This story comes from the Thompson family, who were living in a cozy house in a quiet suburban neighborhood. They had always been a family that loved antiques, and when they stumbled upon an old Victorian doll at a local estate sale, they couldn't resist bringing it home. The doll, with its delicate porcelain face and old-fashioned dress, seemed like a charming addition to their collection. But little did they know, the doll had a dark history. The first few days were uneventful. The doll sat in a display case in the living room, surrounded by other trinkets and antiques. However, things took a strange turn when the Thompsons' young daughter, Emma, began spending a lot of time with the doll. At first, her parents thought it was cute. Emma would talk to the doll, making up stories and pretending it was her friend. But soon things became unsettling. Emma started having vivid nightmares about the doll, nightmares that left her shaking in fear. She would wake up in the middle of the night, screaming that the doll was alive and trying to speak to her. At first, her parents dismissed it as a child's imagination, but things only escalated. The family began to notice odd occurrences around the house. Objects would move on their own, and strange noises would echo through the hallways late at night. The doll, which had once been placed on a shelf, was frequently found in different positions, as if it had been touched or moved by someone. Emma would sometimes insist that the doll had been talking to her, though her parents never heard anything. One night, as a storm raged outside, Emma was playing in her room with the doll when her parents heard a loud crash. Rushing to her room, they found that Emma had knocked over a stack of books and was sitting on the floor, trembling. The doll was in her lap, but something was wrong. Its eyes, which had once been a soft brown, were now dark and empty. That night, things took a darker turn. Emma awoke screaming, her face pale with terror. She said the doll had come to life and was standing at the foot of her bed, staring at her with its hollow eyes. Her parents, shaken but trying to remain calm, checked the room. The doll was sitting on a chair, staring vacantly at the wall. But that wasn't the worst part. The next morning, when the family gathered in the living room, they found the doll sitting on the mantelpiece. No one had moved it. The strange, unsettling feeling in the house only grew stronger as the days went by, and it became clear that something malevolent was attached to the doll. Desperate, the Thompsons contacted a local paranormal investigator. After an examination of the doll, the investigator revealed that it was believed to be haunted by the spirit of a young girl who had died tragically many years ago. The girl's restless spirit had apparently attached itself to the doll, seeking to communicate with the living. With no other options, the family made the difficult decision to get rid of the doll. They burned it, hoping to end the nightmare once and for all. But when the ashes were found the next morning, they discovered that the doll's face had somehow reappeared, burned into the remnants of the charred remains. To this day, the Thompson family remains haunted by their experience, and they refuse to bring any more antiques or dolls into their home. They learned that some objects carry far more than just history. They carry the dark, restless souls of the past. What do you think? Could a doll really hold the spirit of someone long gone? Or was it all just a nightmare? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned for more chilling real-life paranormal tales.